I'm all for Christmas, all the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all.
Hello and welcome to another Craftmas video. I'm excited to be sharing my December daily albums or my Christmas albums that I've created over the years. Now this one is sort of a mess. This is one that I did years and years ago before I even knew that there was anything about December daily or sharing doing that kind of project. And I just took a regular album. This is a post-bound album, and it is a 12 by 12 album. And this has several different years in it. So it has some traditional layouts that I did, and then it has some Project Life app layouts that I did. And I just kind of took all of my Christmas random 12 by 12 and I put it in this album. And over the years of storing it, it has gotten kind of messy. And what I did is I took Mod Podge and I did this piece of paper to the front of this album, and it's sort of torn. The ribbon tore up part of it, and maybe eventually I'll put it in a different album. The pages inside are fine. It's just from storing it, the outside is kind of a mess. So let's dive in and take a look at this. So this was Christmas 2010, our family vacation. Here is our Christmas card for that year, and then some die cuts that I did. And then these are all traditional layouts. This is when we were first married and we just had Violet and Kayla and they were babies. We looked at a tree lighting where we used to live. And then this was our trip to my grandma's. This layout is very elaborate back in my Cricut cutting days when I did so much more Cricut cutting. But I did the house and driving and the snowflakes, and it was really fun. And then there is this one here. We were at my grandma's, and then my mom was there, and we were putting the lights up on the tree outside. This was getting a Christmas tree. I love these photos of my grandma, and it's not very often that I'm not the one taking the photo, and my husband took this photo, Annie took this photo, and I love that I am there in the background and we're getting a tree. She waited until we got there so that we could get a tree together, and she really loved that. And then this was that year I got all of us a Starbucks cup. My grandma never liked it because it was too heavy for her, but my mom still to this day uses that cup, and she actually uses my cup that I have at my house when she's here. It is even in the summertime, it's the cup that she uses for her coffee. And you can see it's not finished. I had intentions, but I love this. It was 4 generations standing there, and I love the photo. I just never did anything with it after that. And then this is my grandma making fudge, and in one of my other albums I showed her actual fudge recipe card, and when I made it, I asked her to write it out, and she got so nervous writing this out because I was going to put it in my scrapbook that she messed up several times and scratched things out, and then finally she said, this is what I have. Like, she just was so nervous because I was going to put it in my album, which I just thought was funny. But I actually also have the fudge pan. When my grandma passed away, I asked for 2 things of hers, her fudge pan and her rolling pin. And my mom gave both of those to me. And then this is a fun one. This was the first time Kayla saw snow. And it was just such a fun moment. So I took her outside to play in it, and I loved doing all of this, the cutting and it was just fun. So there is that one. And then this was decorating the tree at my grandma's. I think all of the Christmas stuff we did was at my grandma's that year. And then driving home, we drove through the snow, and it was so beautiful. I took tons of pictures of it being beautiful. And then this was. So then this is a few years later. We have Andrew, and this was 2015, so it was 5 years later. And this year I did all of my documenting for December in the Project Life app. So it started out at home at our house, and this was when it was very, like the first few years we were here, like our TV, you can see, is really different, and there's not a lot in the house. So all of this I did in the Project Life app, and the Project Life app was fairly new, and I just thought it would be easy since I knew we were going to be traveling. I would be able to make sure I got everything done. There's the window clings the kids did. We did ornaments for their class that year for Violet and Kayla. I made handmade ornaments for every kid in each of their classes. And for Violet, we did the dough ornaments. So we made these for all the kids in her class. And then here was us traveling to my grandma's. And then this was a throwback to that layout that I had done traditionally. So it's this kind of layout just in the Project Life app. And I specifically did this as a throwback to that other page I did. If you like a page that you've done, do it. Like, do it again. Like, everything that you do does not have to be brand new. So here are the kids decorating cookies and then opening presents at my grandparents, and dinner, and the pie apple pie my grandma always made. A picture of her, the apples, and her in the background. And dinner, her cake, fluffy frosting. I think I helped her make that year. And then this chair right here that my grandma is sitting in is actually in my craft room. It is the one that I repainted and put new fabric over, and is in my craft room. It was in her kitchen, and she always sat on it, particularly during the holidays when, she was in there cooking a lot. She would sit there. And then it snowed there, and then we stopped at Lake Tahoe on our way home because of we let the kids play in the snow. And then Christmas Eve, we were back at home, and then you can see, like, I did nothing. These are just cards that I stuck in there and had them printed. And then Christmas Day, back at our house. And then I think that's it. So because this is a post bound, those pages are in there. And then this was probably supposed to be the other half of that coffee page, but I don't know why it still is in there, but we'll take that out now. So this is just like kind of a mesh up of past layouts and when I did the app. So I hope you enjoyed seeing this. This is what I consider like my first December daily pages that I did before I even knew what that was. So make sure you check the YouTube description below. Anybody who has reached out and wanted to be a part of Craftmas is listed in the description below. Some of them are doing it daily, some of them may not. Maybe there's nobody. So some of them are doing it daily, some of them are not doing it on a daily basis. They're just popping in and doing Craftmas when they can. If you would like to be a part of doing Craftmas, I would love for you to reach out, leave me a comment and let me know, and I would love for you to join in. I hope you're enjoying these Craftmas videos, and I will catch you in my very next Craftmas video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will chat with you later.
Well, I'm all for Christmas. All the happy smiles and the wishes, and I want it all, from the lights to the mistletoe.